Hello, and welcome to a surprise Nightingale update. I'm kind of losing hope that this game is, kind of dead, but I guess here comes a November update for everybody. So we got a couple new contents. We got a new charm in the progression tab unlocked to Guardian's Tears, increases melee damage based on carry weight, but lowers critical damage. So the charm of the Sisyphus. Then we got a Charm of Atlas, a new charm unlocked at the wash, removes the penalty of being over encumbered. That's nice. This does conflict with Charm of Mule, one of the most used charms, but now with Charm of Sisyphus, it can be used in conjunction with Sisyphus is based on max carry weight if over encumbered. It also at the watch, so there's plenty of time for Charm of Mule to shine. Okay, so basically it's saying use Charm Mule until you get to the watch, and then you can switch over to this when you kind of really need resources. Fabled Charm of Arcane Overcharge, a new Fabled Charm for magic, which fully consumes stamina to deal additional damage. That would be interesting to use. Fabled Charm of Zephyr, a new Fabled Charm for magic, which allows the players to remain airborne while casting spells and boosting damage while doing so. That will be nice in combination with the Flight of the Raven, I believe, that's on the umbrella to let you jump really high. And we got Charm of the Nimble Jumper, a new charm added to the progression tab unlocked in Vulcan's Reach that allows players to double jump, which I believe is in tab 2. Then we got Charm of the Laborer, a new charm added to the progression tab unlocks Sylvanas Cradle as well. It allows players to go further between eating and sleeping. Not that big of a deal. I doubt anyone's ever going to actually use that charm. Then we got 4 decorations tile sets, which can be bought at the watch merchant. They re-add the simple cabinet of the tier 1 progression. Excellent cook station from Darius House now available in the watch. Oh, so we got a better cook station. It seems we'll have to go to oh, the Danis house. So we got tweaks for Welcom's Reach. Welcome Reach is a divisive realm, especially for newer players. It presents new traversal challenges, and underprepared players can feel unable to move safely around the realm, so we decided to try to soften players' first impression of the realms with few tweaks. Increase the duration of the Empyrean Favor and Welcom's Reach from 10 minutes to 120 minutes. That is a gigantic increase. Holy crap. Empyrean Favor now persists on death. These changes should prevent issues where players are unsure why they can't access the well after getting Empyrean Favor. Okay. So this is basically when you're fighting I believe, the giant scarab boss in the desert map. Because there's a giant hole, and if you touch the barrier, it kills you. Unless you have this buff, if I remember correctly, and then you can go through the barrier. So we added stamina efficiency buff to Thin Veil card. Added charm to the wind to umbrella gifted to you by Aurelio. That's interesting. Generally speaking, one-handed weapons were weaker than two-hand weapons, 33% weaker, which, it sounds about right. Since you're one-handing instead of two-handing, so it would do less damage, realistically. This was a counteract the versatility of having an offhand weapon or utility tool. However, we may have overvaluated the value of those tools. So we've increased the damage. We've also increased the weapons with lower critical damage more to give them an opportunity to see use in the late game. Weapons like the knife and sword have been excluded as they don't need a power increase. I main the sword, so I can 100% believe that, especially if you're good at parrying with the sword. You dominate anybody that takes you in this game. So we got one-handed weapons. The pistol, 20 damage, revolver, 30 damage, quarter pistol, which I believe is the 4-shot pistol. Another 20 damage. We got sickles plus 40% damage. And build hammers plus 10% damage. I don't know anyone that uses the hammer, except for maybe if they're trying to do a challenge run. All mauls plus 25% melee damage without any crit, and the mauls very quickly lag behind other weapons considering its slow attack speed. To be given sizable boosted damage, it should now be able to output the highest non-crit DPS in the game. If memory is correct, though, there is an augment you get for the mall in Nightingale City that you can buy with the Nightingale coins that allows you to just swing the mall like a crazy man until your stamina runs out. Increase backpack durability by 75 outside of tier 0 gear. Should curb the issue of your backpack breaking while fighting and becoming encumbered mid-fight. I have never had my backpack break in a fight. You would probably have to die like 50 times for that to happen, I feel like. Update rewards from realm boss challenges can more reflect of newly unlocked realms, i.e. Jabberwock challenge now grants essence T2 essence. Okay, so now beating a boss in a realm will give you the next realm's currency, which is a nice starter. So you can get some of the next realm stuff right when you get there. Tweaks the magic ammo scaling. Fire ammo base damage increase from 4 to 20. That is goddamn massive, and you will kill Elder Aetons so fast now. Poison ammo base damage increased from 10 to 60. Cold and lightning ammo increased scale cap from 200 to 600. Magic ammo has a weird position with fire and poison being far too weak compared to cold, so we boosted the damage and increased the magic value for cold and lightning to max out. Hopefully magic marksman builds will be viable in exchange for more specific dip into magic. I personally actually use ice damage a lot, so it's might be broken now. Charm of Blood now modifies magic damage by how much health is lost. Originally it was 25% increase, now it's 50% of the health loss. i.e. 100 health loss is a 50% increase. So glass cannon builds are going to be coming back. Charm of Blood no longer heals you if you use Charm of the Healer. Yeah, for glass cannon purposes I can see that, so you don't counteract. But, you know, you could also just not use Charm of the Healer if you're going for that type of thing. Charm of Discharge now uses energy resistance to determine bonus damage. Buffed poison damage from Charm of Assassin by 300%. Fix the issue where it wasn't using players' melee multiplier to calculate damage. That is tremendous for fighting giants. I think you'll just murder giants outright. Buffed bleed damage from Fabled Charm of the Sickle by 66%. I get why they buff the Sickle now. They buff the bleed damage too. Resting now removes 10% of hunger bar unless you're below 25%. In previous iterations, it would set your hunger to 33%. This created a bad player loop where if you ate before you slept, you'd keep your food buffs, but you'd be starving, forcing players to eat twice or learn not to eat before you sleep. This change should be more kind to new players and not punish experienced players for applying their buffs in an incorrect order. And then we got some bug fixes. Fix the augment application on Tudor Stove, Regency Stove. Made Regency Stove a T3 bench. That sucks, because I think that's potion making if I remember right. Add collision to Tudor corner stairs. Nice. Fix for T3 Berserker augments not properly displaying what item is effects. Fix Apprentice Lumberjack T1 wood is no longer required. Amethyst now available in Glamour Station. Dispel now longer. As for Rock Marble, Blood Moon description is updated to properly reflect its effects. Masterwork Stealth no longer counts as textile. Tower Card now properly increases comfort duration. Fix bugs interacting where Fable Charm of the Bolt Rifle's damage increase would be overridden by Charm of the Sniper. I did not know that was a bug. Yeah, so my rifle would probably do way too much damage now. Fable Charm of the Slingbow no longer targets dead creatures. Thank you. Loud Rugged Shortbow to take Gilded Lumber. That'll increase your damage and rarity. Remove augment slots from upgrade bench and glamour stations. Why? I mean, I guess they literally did nothing, but still. Fixed Masterwork pick durability value from 120 to 1250. Thank God. That was so annoying. Projectiles in third person are now aligned properly. Deer and other timid creatures should no longer flee forever after getting spooked. Oh, okay. I mean, it's really not hard to kill those things outright to get their resources. Remove confusing loading hints. I don't know what confusing ones they're talking about. Enabled crafting for Splendid Dress. Removed fake ghosts from voice chat and fixed bug in lighting system when starting the game on low quality lumen settings. So we actually have quite a few updates there. Well, take a look at some of this stuff. I know Charm of the Syphilis. Oh, sorry, I messed up there on my clicking order. I know Charge of the Syphilis is let me leave the store real quick because I was coming here to look at the stuff. We go to our progression, and I believe tier 2 magic is where it's at. So we got tier of the lumberjack, tier of the laborer. Here's tier of the charm of the nimble jumper. So that's in tier 2. That'll get you your double jump when you get access to it. And then we have, where was it? I don't think it was in tier 3, was it? Oh, yep, tier 3 all the way down here. Charm of the Syphilis. Increased damage based on carry weight. Maxes out when over encumbered, but lowers critical damage. Starts at 200 kilograms. That's a lot of weight, actually. That's basically just load yourself up with stone. And then Barnabas Dent right here, he's going to have the other charms that they added. Which they do, unfortunately, take a Nightingale coin. So you got 20 piece there. That's it. So we got Fable Charm of the Zephyr, which while casting spells reduces fall speed and deals extra damage while airborne. And then we got consumes all stamina while casting spells, but deals additional damage based on how much you consume. Now the Zephyr one actually seems really interesting. Also, I don't remember seeing any updates previously where they added monikers to the game. So like you can buy new titles for your characters. I don't remember these being in here before. So that's kind of interesting. But unfortunately, you do need at least 40 Nightingales to purchase the 2 new charms in the game. So those ones were there, and I believe Don. Where is Don, the Essence Trader? So that'd be Ruben. That'd be Carmen. Where's Everett? Maybe I'm... Is there no Don, the Essence Trader? Yeah, I've circled all these ones. State structures. I'm guessing... Where be the cooking table? Oh, here it is. So this guy's going to have the excellent cooking station. That's 50. The cooking station has consumable food. The higher the bench quality, the more augmentations you can apply. And the more crafting recipes you can access. Alright, we got that. So that should be everything. And then we have our bunch of tile sets that they have added to the game. That you have in here. And I must have missed like the special event because I don't remember the Winter's Child Guard being a thing in here, which it seems like it has a cool design right there. But anyway, that was the November update. It's basically just a bunch of changes and adding a couple things to help out. But I am in a public server, and so far I haven't seen anybody in the watch. So I'm not sure how active this game is anymore, which is unfortunate. But it's nice to see that they're still updating and adding stuff. But anyway, that's it for this one. And until the next update comes out, I guess we'll just wait to see what happens. But anyway, I hope it gave you a little reminder that this game still exists. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's not like the best video I've probably made, and I've kept quite a bit more work on it. But anyway, that'll be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like always, please leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, later, guys.